Please welcome firstly to the cage in the blue corner, from Bulgaria, Ibraim Mandev.
From Bulgaria, Ibraim Mandev. A record of 0-1, FNC 0-0. From Bulgaria, he's had a relatively high success in the submission game, and that's because he's encompassed his Sambo background. Now, anyone that's well versed in the dark arts of Sambo will know what a ridiculously tricky style that is to compete against. He has one amateur win, and that was in the Armageddon 4 tournament. Lives and trains in Germany at La Courage MMA Academy. He's back in the cage after a year, and after that win in Medulin, Croatia.
Yeah, very interesting. I like the camp he fights out of. And I'm also intrigued because he came to FNC before in the amateur series, so he found some success there. It's all pretty fresh. Definitely love that Sambo background. Very typical, aggressive, smothering, grappling style for MMA. And we've seen that from many Bulgarian fighters coming through the amateur ranks to start their pros. So I'm also intrigued. Will he actually began in 2016, so he's had a little bit of a layoff between that and the amateur career. He's a refined, exciting fighter.
And now please welcome to the red corner, from Slovenia,
Now when I was a little boy, at the age of 5, I had something in my pocket.
Anže.
Vujčić, the first of our Slovenian hometown boys tonight. Well, he's an accomplished submission player, good triangle, good guillotine choke. With his brother Jaka, he started Antibion, that's a gym in Marble. He started that 5 years ago, and they called themselves the Slovenian Pitbull Brothers. He's had one match-up in FNC where he lost to Frano Bernarda in Bujonijo. He was on top for the whole fight, but was knocked out after a slipsy high kick, never recovered, lost the match. Before MMA, he was into BJJ, and before that, his first amateur fight was on a 3-hour short notice. So, first time in welter, always fought at middleweight. But out of fight weight, he's a natural 85 kilogrammer. Tonight, though, he makes the weight against Ibraim Mandev.
Yeah, pretty obvious to me this guy was going to be the more physical fighter. He's a bigger fighter. As you mentioned, he fought out at 185. I'm not sure if he's going to want to grapple, though, because looking at some of the tape, he might have some advantages against Mandev on the feet. I think that's the path of least resistance here. One to watch out for, though, when you've got a guy who's won by a guillotine and triangle choke. You know he's good on the mat, but does he want to take it there? That's the question, Will.
Yeah, well, they both got skills on the ground, and it's going to be interesting to see which they prefer. I think this is going straight to the ground as soon as possible. I don't think they want to stand there and slug it out, although they're pretty hench guys at the weight. Very, very good level of fitness there from both fighters here. But yeah, I think the submission game that Mandev has, and Vujčić with those guillotine chokes and triangles in the locker, could be on the mat.
And this MMA rules bout takes place in the minus 77 kilogram welterweight division and will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Nicola Juliad. Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner, aged just 28 and standing at 178 centimeters tall. He has one professional bout on his record. He's representing Le Courage MMA Academy from Bulgaria. It's Ibraim Mandev. And opposing him on the other side of the cage, he's fighting out of the red corner. Age 30 years old, standing at 180 centimeters tall. He brings also a record of one professional bout. He's representing Ambition MMA Maribor from Slovenia. It's Anže Vujčić. Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
So a little self-correction there for you all listening in. This fight conducted at welterweight, 77.1 kilograms, which of course would make sense given that middleweight was the preferred, but now we're at welter. So there's the numbers. Chris, what do we make of that?
Yeah, the big thing for me is both guys are looking for that first win. They fought stiff competition. Both their opponents are still undefeated. Can they make that run, though, tonight? That's the question.
Scheduled for 3 FNC MMA rounds, contested under FNC MMA rules. Fighting blue, Ibraim Mandev, Anže Vujčić fighting red.
It was interesting. I didn't think Mandev would be that big in there compared to him, but Vujčić looks pretty equal, actually, weight-wise after the cut.
Yeah, and they're big guys at the weight, I have to say. Good level of fitness, and it is in the stand-up at the moment, but no, it's not. There's the takedown. Is it going to be successful? A single leg shoot. It's being defended well by Vujčić.
Double leg, pick up.
Up and over and down on the mat he goes, and that's the opening gamut here tonight. Big, big action. We've got aerial.
Beautiful job there, and that's what I predicted, Will. I figured Mandev was going to have the advantage here. It's just that smothering, aggressive, continuing collapse of wrestling.
Yeah, and I thought that this would go to the mat pretty quickly. What a start here. A suplex taking his man up and down. He's got his back, starting to punish him now. Good recovery, but he's back down on one knee.
You can see just the chain wrestling here, the way he digs his toes in, walks forward, on the back. Once you let a guy like this get a hold of you early, Will, it is so, so tough to deal with.
Yeah, and it starts to drain the battery. You've got to be really slick. You've got to be really quick to try and defend it. I knew that, you know, from that Sambo background, we'd be dealing with a real handful here from Mandev. And, you know, I was very, what's the word? Vociferous, effective in trying to bring Sambo as a sport to TV. You know, we had it on Eurosport a couple of times, competitive Sambo, but and I've seen just firsthand the devastation. Just look at this, we're going for another suplex, up and over. The power we're seeing from Ibraim Mandev. It's
intense, and just the grip strength, the ability to be able to keep this thing going and keep that kind of hold on somebody, pick him up, smother him. Potential figure four counter here for Vujčić, but it's tough. I mean, it's an empty half guard right now. He hasn't got a hope.
Right, well, he's now starting to take control. He's got the back. It's almost ragdolling him. He's on his back now. Has he got a hook in? Has he got the neck? Well, this could be an early finish. I think he has.
Palm to palm, going figure four.
Ooh, we could be in submission territory early on. We've still got 2.5 minutes left in this first round. He's got his man, he's got his back, he's over. That's it, it's all over. Tap out. What a finish here tonight. Unbelievable.
That's what we talked about, clinical back take and wrestling from the get-to. What do? You go to your A game. He was in need of a win. That's how you get the win.
Well, I knew this was going to the mat. And, you know, those guys that play Sambo, they're really awkward. They're really difficult. But just look at the power available. And I think that's what makes the difference. He demonstrated it time and time again with those suplexes, semi-suplexes, just ragdolling his man around. The power was there. I mean, he was huge there.
And what a future this guy might have in FNC. So many fun matchups at welterweight. That's a way to come back, Will.
Well, they're looking to see that Anže Vujčić is fully recovered. But that was a pretty quick tap. He had full throttle on that, didn't he? Had an armful of the man's neck. There was no way he was going to slip that. Power, power, power. And, yeah, demonstrated it 100% here tonight. That was awesome. And notwithstanding the fact that this guy has those triangle and rear naked chokes himself on the old CV. But anyway, here we go.
After 2 minutes and 30 seconds completed of the first round, your winner by way of rear naked choke in the blue corner, Ibraim Mandev. And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Anže Vujčić.
Making a real impression here tonight, just the power. That's almost scary, really. You just look at the hench on him. So, one down on a 10-fight card here tonight. What an exciting start here in Ljubljana, Slovenia. Cracking start to FNC, and what is going to be a terrific year for this promotion.
It's this kind of talent that you want to see. They go in and they have that base. It's not necessarily super refined or developed yet, but he has the ability to go out there and with just one clinch, just one exposure of the back to change the course of the fight. And that submission opened up over 2 suffocating minutes. Beautiful performance.
Čestitke, Ibraim, nije sigurno bilo jednostavno otvoriti program ovdje u Stožicama na gostujućem terenu, ali ipak si uspio I dominantno završio posao vrlo brzo.
War nicht so einfach, diesen ersten Kampf aufzumachen und du hast deine Arbeit ganz schnell fertig gemacht.
I want to fast finish. I know here is place for my. But even in Slovenia, there is in home. I need fast finish. I can wait for referee. I don't know what comes. For that, I make sure work.
Kada ćemo te vidjeti ponovno, nakon ovakve pobjede, siguran sam da će te FNC ponovno zvati.
Wann werden wir nochmal einander sehen und nach so einem Sieg FNC wird ihr sicher noch einmal sehen.
I want to say to FNC, I can wait more 1 year for next fight. I want to fighting. I want to next fight. My last fight is 1 year before. I want to fighting. I want.
Čestitke još jedno, dame I gospodo, samo sekund.
I want to say big thanks for everybody from La Courage and for Munich MMA for helping. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Dame I gospodo, još jedan pljesak, Ibraim Mandev.